do the Macarena or whatever you want to do. Well, I was thinking, a lot of you probably have relatives or friends who are questioning why would they go to a preparedness conference. There's absolutely no reason to go. Anyway, I was thinking that you probably will want to have a message prepared for when you get back to your ward tomorrow or something when they say, well, what did you hear? What did they tell you? And so I'm going to give a statement that you can share with them. Okay? And so what I see is from Brigham City to Santaquin, it's like a special plate of land that will never be destroyed. Nothing bad will ever happen in that stretch of land, and that the people will prosper until the second coming without any trouble. So, as you know, I've had a couple near-death experiences, and I'll talk about that. And it seems like I've been waiting for 20 years for something to happen. I write all these novels, and people are like, "When's it going to start?" But doesn't it really feel like in the last 2 to 3 weeks, the eclipse is likely a sign of warning of what's coming. This is the Houston Temple. I've looked at other photos, and that's probably 20 feet deep from the front fountain, and just how that temple was filled with water. North Korea, they're going a little nuts right now. Kim Jong-un seems to be intent on causing havoc in the world. No question about it with him. Even as we speak, Hurricane Irma is on its way to Florida. The earthquake in Mexico, I didn't get on here because it just happened, but the fires in California and Montana, it just feels like times are starting to begin. Here's one of my favorite characters, because this is how people think I act. There's Woody Harrelson in the movie 2012, and that's how my relatives honestly think that's how I've acted the last 5 years. But he was right. No. But in reality, I loved this picture that was on the Deseret News site of President Uchtdorf down in Houston, and the great love and happiness. He kept a smile on his face, and that's the message I really want to share, is that we can prepare ourselves to survive through these trials that are coming, and that's the whole reason you're here. I know that the Spirit has guided you and prompted you, that you have a role to play. And so it might be by baby steps, but you're going to get there eventually. You can do it. And so good old Bill Murray, just think of him in the movie Baby Steps, as he took it a step at a time, and that's how a lot of us have to do it. You just start small, and the Lord will guide you.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is just going to be a quick update in the Daybell Vallow case. They are seeking the death penalty for Chad. Not for Lori yet, at least, but for Chad, they are. So I'm going to play you a quick clip of East Idaho News, kind of explaining the details, and I'm going to have it overlaid with Chad in court here for the preliminary hearing from previously. Okay, so here it is.
Hey everyone, Eric Grossarth here with EastIdahoNews.com, coming to you from our newsroom. This afternoon on Thursday, there was major developments in the case against Chad Daybell. Prosecutors filed their notice of intent saying that they will seek the death penalty against the man who is accused of killing his former wife and his new wife's 2 children. Now, a Fremont County grand jury indicted Chad in May on these charges that included first-degree murder, which is in Idaho punishable by death if convicted. Now, prosecutors had 60 days from the day that Chad pleaded not guilty to those charges to file this document, which that deadline was coming up this weekend. Now, prosecutors in these documents cite the reasons why they feel that the death penalty is warranted. So I'm going to read to you right now the reasons why prosecutors filed the intent to seek the death penalty against Chad Daybell. They allege that the alleged murders were committed for financial gain. The alleged murders were especially heinous, atrocious, cruel, or manifesting exceptional depravity. The defendant exhibited an utter disregard for human life, and the defendant has exhibited a propensity to commit murder and will probably constitute a continuing threat to society. So after this was being filed, we got a statement from the prosecutors in this case, Special Prosecutor Rob Wood and Fremont County Prosecutor Lindsay Blake. And in this statement, they said, "Today we filed our notice of intention to seek the death penalty against Chad Daybell. Our process in making this determination was lengthy and comprehensive. We conferred with those immediate family members of J.J. Vallow, Tylee Ryan, and Tammy Daybell who have indicated a willingness to speak with us and allowed them an opportunity to provide their input if they wished to do so. The ultimate decision to seek capital punishment rests with the state, and after completing the entire process, we determined that the nature and magnitude of these crimes warrant the possibility of the highest possible punishment. This determination only applies to Chad Daybell." Now, that last little part there about it only applying to Chad Daybell, Lori's case is stayed. She was committed to the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare after a mental health professional deemed her not competent for trial, and the judge sent her off there to receive some mental health treatment before her case can proceed. So they'll come back and review that at a future date. But again, they can't file this intent until she's entered any kind of plea right now, and the case is stayed, so no filings, anything like that. So Chad, what's next for him? He has a pretrial conference in September that will happen before this already scheduled trial that was set for November. But data that I've looked at for several cases that have the death penalty on them take much longer at this point, several more months, years even, for a death penalty case to at least reach trial and come to some sort of conclusions.